Anime fans, let's go over the events of JoJo's Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. Now, Stardust Crusaders was a little bit more traditional shonen, so heads up, we're not going to cover every single detail, but we're going to cover the major plot points for the most part. And as we are recapping this, quick heads up, spoilers ahead. Our main character this time around is Jotaro Kujo, a delinquent with the catchphrase yare yare daze, or give me a break. And after getting himself put in jail, his grandfather Joseph comes along and basically says, hey kid, we're getting out of here. But at home, Jotaro's mom comes down with an illness because some power awakens in her that awakened in her father and Jotaro as well. And around the same time, he ends up befriending Kakyoin, another stand user. Stands being the ability that everybody is suddenly unlocking. Basically spirits that can punch things and have a varying amount of abilities. And then there's the guy Joseph brought along, Muhammad Avdal, who's a fire user. Now, very early on in the story, they encounter Jean-Pierre Polnareff, a guy who uses a fencing stand. At first, he tried to kill Jotaro just like Kakyoin tried to, but they end up befriending him, of course. And when you know, Jean-Pierre Polnareff is a walking Princess Bride reference. And thus, the 5 key members of the Stardust Crusaders come into play. Their goal is to hunt down and slay the revived Dio who had taken over Jonathan's body. Not only that, but he's got an army of stand users at his disposal. So with so many enemies from Dio's stand army, at this point the story basically takes over a week-to-week format where several different things happen, but only a few key events. One thing being, Muhammad Avdal actually dies. Though wouldn't you know, that was actually a fake out. I mean, at that point it was, but later on it isn't. Just a few enemy encounters before, they had even befriended a dog who had a stand power. But sadly, our main dog, Iggy, actually passes away as well. Also along the way, during the encounters with all these stand users, Polnareff kind of fulfills his revenge, hoping that lightens the mood a little bit now that you know about this happening. But finally, our 4 remaining members do come face to face with Dio, and when you know, he has the ability to stop time, which Kakyoin ends up dying revealing, so... And during the final encounter with Dio, Jotaro actually awakens his own stand ability, which is similar to the world because he's also able to stop time. And after a long, hard-fought battle, which is actually pretty short when you take into account the time stop ability, Joseph is able to overcome Dio, and finally the nightmare is over. But yeah, what were your favorite parts of Part 3 Stardust Crusaders? Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. If you can, like, save, and share this video, and drop me a follow if you're not already. Take care.